Let's get a look at Beddy's, which are bed sets that include a fitted sheet, top sheet, and comforter all attached together. This is something that we got for each of our kids over a year ago. Thought it was a cool ad, so wanted to review it for you guys. Now, the main reason why we wanted to give these a shot was to try to make it easier for our kids to learn how to make their beds on their own by simply zipping the comforter up. You never have to deal with a comforter ever getting like bunched up at the bottom of the bed or getting the sheets overly tangled. Making their bed, particularly with a bunk bed setup that's kind of pushed up against the corner, that isn't the easiest thing to manage, especially for kids that are, under 5-6 years old. So theoretically, it's really easy for the kids to get up in the morning, get into the habit of zipping up their bed, and then going about their day. Now, does that actually happen in our household on a daily basis? No, not yet, but the product is still really cool, and we wanted to dive into all the features for you to learn. Now, before we get into that though, I do want to note that under the Beddy's sheets is a Newton mattress. Newton is something that we've been using for ever since our kids were babies, and they happen to be the sponsor of our entire YouTube channel. We have 2 twin size mattresses made by Newton. They've been awesome. I think the best part about this is how it's been washable. We've had some vomit accidents recently that went right through the Beddy's sheets and onto the mattress. When things soak through the sheets, like pee or whatever, it's really nice that you can just unzip the entire mattress itself and literally wash it. Their woven air core really sleeps cool, but can also be hosed down during those inevitable accidents. If you want to learn more, you can visit the link below and check out newtonbaby.com. Don't be mistaken by all the baby stuff. They're making kids stuff too, and it's great. Now let's get back to the Beddy's sheets. So first off, the design of Beddy's are great. They've got a variety of colors and patterns that you can pick from to add different personalities to the bedroom. Now I will say that my wife was pretty insistent that we get something white. So we went with the Kennedy option, which honestly I gave a little bit of pushback to, primarily because we have boys that they're gonna pee, throw up, bleed all over these things. And now I get to say something that husbands rarely get to say. I was right, okay? So if you're gonna spend the high price of a few $100s on Beddy's, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're picking the right color that's gonna last you a while. And white too often shows all of the things. Now, I will say that everything is washable. It's just the upkeep with white is just a little bit more intense than I'd like it to be. With all that said, again, we've had ours for over a year now through multiple wash cycles. The sheets have held up really nicely. There's no pilling, and it seems like the condition feels like it's in a really good state. Now, when you're shopping for Beddy's, there are a couple different options when it comes to the material. So to clarify one thing, the top sheet and the comforter, they're sewn together, and they often refer to their top sheet as the quote bottom sheet, as it's sewn on the underside of the comforter itself. Now you've got the all cotton option or their minky option, which is what we went with. With the minky, the underside of the top comforter has a minky blanket sewn in. Outside of that difference, all of Beddy's products are made with 100% cotton, which is soft, it's breathable. For our boys, we've been able to use the sheets year round, all through winter, summer, all that stuff, without having to switch anything up. So we've been pretty happy with that. Now, let's talk about the real magic of Beddy's, and that's the fact that this can all be zipped together. All you have to do is pull up the attached comforter, zip it up, and the bed is made in seconds. The only thing that I'll note is the bottom sheet has some edge fabric that does come down a little bit, and there are some instances where it gets caught in the zipper, so that's something that you might experience on occasion. But with that said, there aren't really many other options out there that can keep the comforter in place all night long, where you don't have to worry about the comforter bunching up or having the comforter slip off the end of the bed altogether, which with squirmy kids, definitely gonna happen here and there. Now, I will note that you can unzip the top cover all the way and have it act as if it's a normal blanket, right? But really that kind of defeats the purpose of what Beddy's are for. And that's not something that we ever really do. But to share my personal overall experience here, I think that the Beddy's have been a great addition to the boys' bedroom. And I think as they get older, it's only gonna increase in value more and more. And it's gonna help them as they start their habit stack. I've been reading like Atomic Habits. We're into habit stacking right now. So after they make the bed, they brush their teeth, that habit stack. Anyway, it's a great read. For our system, what we're trying to accomplish here, that habit stack of make the bed, brush your teeth, get dressed, go on about the day, it's really nice. Really, in a lot of my reviews, I like to point out some sort of drawbacks to consider when you're gonna jump into buying some sort of a product. But really, I don't really have too many, drawbacks with this other than the one main one being the price. Now, again, I'm not affiliated with Beddy's. This isn't like a partnered paid review, or if any, like Newton is the sponsor of Verb. Get their mattresses. They're amazing, right? But Beddy's, like, I have zero affiliation with them, okay? So I really do like this. We've been using it for a year, but the price, that's a tough pill to swallow, okay? So it is a little bit overpriced in my opinion. You're paying nearly $300 for what is a pretty unique product that doesn't have many competitors out there. But if you're like us, you need 2 sets, right? That's $600 for bed sheets. So before we bought ours, I had to have a really serious conversation with my wife and say like, hey, once we buy this for the next few years, we're set, right? Because my wife is what I like to call itchy, right? She likes to like constantly change up looks, buy new things, and refresh the look of a room. But I was like, listen, there's no way that we're gonna spend $600 and then only to just like refresh the room a couple months later or whatever. So this is the investment we're making, we're sticking with it, right? So we established that ground rule before we went into it. If you can get into that mindset of like, this is the one and done thing, we're good for years to come, this is one of those things where I would say like, it's a great product, we've enjoyed it, but I can't honestly say that it didn't hurt when we press purchase. So those are my thoughts on Beddy's. If you have any further questions, please comment them down below. I'll do my best to answer those for you. And remember to check out newtonbaby.com to find that twin mattress that I featured, as well as other sleep products for your kids. Thanks for watching this video. God bless. We'll catch you later.